Deep in the bamboo forest, under a blanket of twinkling stars, a curious panda named Pippin was about to discover something magical. Drawn by a strange golden glow, Pippin's eyes widened as he approached a tree where something special waited. There, nestled among the branches, a beautiful star lantern pulsed with a warm, inviting light unlike anything Pippin had seen. The forest seemed to hush around him, as if holding its breath, while Pippin gazed at the mysterious glowing treasure. With gentle paws, Pippin carefully freed the lantern from the branches, holding it close as it settled into his grasp. As Pippin admired the lantern's glow, a tiny light appeared nearby, a wise firefly named Flicker, coming to meet the curious panda. Flicker circled Pippin playfully, leaving a trail of sparkling light that danced in perfect rhythm with the lantern's gentle pulse. Landing on Pippin's paw, Flicker explained with twinkling eyes that the lantern was actually a fallen star from the night sky. Pippin held the lantern toward the heavens, and together they spotted a constellation missing its brightest star. With determination in his heart, Pippin followed Flicker deeper into the forest, their adventure to return the star just beginning. Soon they entered a magical part of the forest where silver-leafed trees swayed and whispered ancient secrets to those who listened. Flicker hovered by a tree covered in glowing runes, gesturing for Pippin to listen to the forest's guidance. Distracted by the lantern's beauty, Pippin stumbled over a root and tumbled into a pile of leaves that sparkled like tiny stars. With patient eyes, Flicker reminded the sheepish panda that they must stay focused on their important mission to the stars. Now more attentive, Pippin followed the firefly's guiding light, the whispering trees creating a magical path before them. In a shadowy corner of the woods, they discovered a lonely owl with dull gray feathers perched on a gnarled branch. The melancholy owl shared his sadness at not seeing the stars for so long, hidden as they were by the dense forest canopy. Pippin's heart filled with kindness as he raised the lantern high, bathing the owl in its warm, golden starlight. Instantly, the owl's feathers regained their silver glow as he twirled joyfully through the air, hooting with happiness. As a token of gratitude, the owl gifted Pippin a silver feather that would prove more valuable than the panda could imagine. Their path soon led to a sparkling stream where crystal pebbles glowed beneath the water and slippery stepping stones awaited. Nervous about falling, Pippin hesitated at the edge while Flicker flew ahead, illuminating the first stepping stone encouragingly. Taking a deep breath, Pippin started across the stream, wobbling slightly as the lantern's light danced across the water's surface. With a final careful step, Pippin reached the other side, his eyes sparkling with pride at conquering his fear of the crossing. With newfound confidence, Pippin continued along the forest path, the lantern glowing even brighter in his determined paws. A dense wall of thorny vines suddenly blocked their path, their sharp points glinting menacingly in the lantern's golden light. Panic spread across Pippin's face as he clutched the lantern tightly, wondering how they would continue their journey to the stars. Remembering the owl's gift, Pippin gently brushed the silver feather against the vines, which shimmered and parted like magic. The feather's power faded as the vines fully opened, and Pippin beamed with pride at finding such a clever solution. Through the cleared path they continued, the forest transforming around them as flowers bloomed in the lantern's wake. At last they reached a magical clearing, where the celestial Patha spiral of glowing stardust wound its way up to the night sky. Pippin noticed with worry that the lantern's light was beginning to dim, its star patterns growing faint as they reached the path. Flicker explained that the lantern drew strength from kindness and generosity, just as stars shine brightest when shared with others. Understanding dawned in Pippin's eyes as he took his first steps onto the celestial path, feeling stardust sparkle beneath his paws. With the lantern held high, Pippin began his climb toward the stars, Flicker's golden glow lighting the way before them. Halfway up the path, they encountered a group of young fireflies whose lights flickered weakly, their tiny wings drooping with sadness. The little fireflies explained that they had become lost in the dark and their lights were slowly fading away without guidance. Without hesitation, Pippin held the lantern high, its golden light washing over the fireflies and reviving their own inner glow. The grateful fireflies danced around Pippin in dazzling circles, their lights now bright enough to join the stars themselves. With their new friends lighting the way, Pippin continued climbing the celestial path, the lantern growing stronger with each kind deed. Higher and higher they climbed, the spiral of stardust stretching toward the heavens as the forest below shrank to a tapestry of light. Determination shone in Pippin's eyes as he kept climbing, the lantern pulsing in rhythm with each of his steady, purposeful steps. The young fireflies swirled around Pippin in graceful patterns as Flicker watched proudly from beside his ear, guiding him upward. With every act of kindness remembered, the lantern blazed more brilliantly, its star patterns radiating warmth and celestial light. As they neared the peak, Pippin and his glowing companions formed a radiant beacon rivaling the brightest constellations above. At the summit of the celestial path, Pippin stood on a platform of swirling stardust with the universe stretching endlessly above. With a heart full of joy and a touch of sadness, Pippin gently lifted the lantern upward, ready to return it to its home. The star lantern floated from his paws, rising to join its constellation, which burst into brilliant light across the night sky. Down below, the entire forest glowed with gratitude as animals awoke, flowers bloomed, and all of nature celebrated the star's return. Back home in the bamboo forest, Pippin would often gaze at the stars, a faint glow in his fur reminding him of his magical journey.